Hey, it's Nikki Lewallen Gregory, and you're on Gut Plus Science, a mentoring platform for people-first leaders of all levels. Here, we talk to exceptional leaders who prioritize culture, get fired up about employee engagement, and are excited to share ideas and tools for a bettering employee experience to help others. Thank you for joining us to invest in being a better leader. Now, let's get to it. Hey, it's Nikki here on Gut Plus Science, and this episode today is different. I think I shared with you that when we had Michelle Sirocco come on Gut Plus Science this year, we're in year 5 of recording, and podcasting has completely changed my life. And I'm pretty sure that the Michelle Sirocco episode was the first episode that I cried on. And I was like, just leave the tears because both of us did it. And so therefore, I'm teasing this out. If you did not listen to the Michelle Sirocco episode from the Televerde Foundation and Televerde, the company, 2 different companies there, do yourself a favor. Look it up, listen to it, go to the website, Televerde Foundation, watch a video that will help you understand why the tears were rolling. But something for me, even deeper than anything we could have shared or hearing Michelle's story that could move me to tears, because I tend to cry all the time in my life right now. Not because I am angry or sad or whatever. It's touching. You know, we get one shot at this life. The new show that we just started, my husband and I, Addicted to Betterment, has Eminem's Lose Yourself lyrics replayed by someone that David was friends with when he was in the music industry, because we believe in that song so much. We believe so much that we get one shot at this life, one shot. And most people live coasting. Most people live numbing. Most people live a very, very low experience of what they could experience. I have always been on the journey to live all out. Sometimes, like, I think I'm mentally ill. Sometimes I question myself. I just got back from a trip to Tulum with one of our partners, actually, Amy Woodall, and the Conscious Habit podcast. This lady's been in my life for 15 years. I mean, she'll tell you the story of picking change out of a couch to get to the next place to pay for gas. I mean, we have friends that we were with, and I wouldn't say that I was in that experience, but I was in an experience of like just grind to get through, just keep climbing the mountain, just go. And Stephanie Hicks, who I'm about to share with you, for those of you that are listening that might remember Stephanie Hicks as Stephanie Donnert, we worked together at Rainmakers, and oh boy, there's some funny stories. But the point is, we've always lived all out. We've always strived for abundance. We've always strived for excellence. And now I get to lead and do what I've always wanted to do. And it's made so much sense to me why there's certain times in my life when I did think, not that I'm pointing out mental illness, like everybody has their challenges, right? But sometimes I question my mental state because of the decisions that I make, because I'm so fired up about it that I don't even care what it takes to get there. Like, I'm just like, I don't care. And then other people are like, you are crazy. And sometimes then I think I'm crazy, but I'm not. And here we are. And it makes so much sense to me why someone you're about to meet that just joined our team, Cheryl, during a time period that Cheryl and I got to work together, I had trouble getting out of bed. I was not who I am right now. I was settling. I was giving strengths that I have to help a project, for sure, that like I definitely helped and impacted, but I was not me. I was not living who I need to be. I was not authentically living. I was checking a box. But along that journey, it has been so rich. Everybody in this world right now was part of that time when I personally, who was like fired up for Mondays, go live your best life. And I'm living a life of, I'm not even that. I'm struggling to even get through a meeting. And my husband was there through that. And he's like, Ashley's been on calls where, we would be on these calls that I literally was like, I don't know why she's working with me still. Like, I really don't. Like, it was just a really rough period of time and some of that. But all of that to say that I don't know if you've ever read the poem about the dash in our lives, right? Like, it's like the day we were born and the day we die, and what we get to do with that dash If we do not intentionally design that and live what is our best experience to live, you will never experience true, full fulfillment. And People Forward Network was started with the vision and the belief that work is the largest portion of how we spend our time. It is, hands down, besides maybe sleeping. I don't know. And work is the ability to propel everything else we do. When work fuels us, we're a better parent. When work fuels us, we're a better husband or spouse. When work fuels us, we are at the dinner table talking about what inspired our day and ripple affecting that across everyone else that we have dinner with. And work is the opportunity to take your God-given strengths and truly change the world through the time that you get for you personally to make an impact. And I will always hobby with helping people get in the right seat of the bus. I will always hobby with helping people challenge what they're doing to do work that's meaningful, because I know that when we do meaningful work, we live a meaningful life and it propels everything else. So this year, if I could be sitting here right now saying we would be where we are right now, I would have never even dreamed it. And I'm a pretty big dreamer. We have accomplished incredible things this year. We just closed out the People Forward Impact Awards, where people got recognized. Every show host that started with us got an award authentically for how freaking amazing they are. And we had stories that inspired other people and moved them to tears, including Televerdi. It was absolutely incredible. And the people that we have on this team effing pinch me that I get to work with them every day. It's an incredible place to be. And if you're listening to this right now, this is Gut Plus Science. You've heard about People Forward Network. This is not a People Forward Network podcast only, but I am talking about how Gut Plus Science was the propeller that got People Forward Network to become a thing. Thank you, Rachel, my genius friend. Shout out big time. So with that, People Forward Network is on a big trajectory forward. Gut Plus Science is not going anywhere except for better, because we have to be the visionary show that continues to learn. But I would love to hand it over to Stephanie Hicks. Some of you might know her as Donner because we worked together for so long. But Stephanie Hicks, I'd love to turn it over to her. She's our show manager. She has been my right hand for so long, and she is going to bring the rest of this episode alive by just sharing her heart and sharing the rest of our team. Thank you so much for an amazing year.
Oh my gosh. Awesome, Nikki. Thank you. What a great recap. If anybody can take a lot of information and synthesize it into a purpose-fueled listening experience, it is Nikki. Gosh, this is my second time working with Nikki. I've known her for over 15 years. I worked with her at Rainmakers for over 5 years and then had some life happening, and she actually helped me transition into a different job that was more abundant for me at that time of my life. And we stayed friends. And then about 3 years ago, I was transitioning out of another job, and God would put her in my life again. She reaches out just to see what I'm doing, and here I am. So what started out as her sharing her vision for People Forward Network and wanting to really make more impact with her Gut Plus Science podcast, I was all in. I didn't know the details, didn't really need to. Started out just sending hours here and there. This is what I've done. This is what I need to do. And now I'm the full-time head of podcast success. So life has definitely been great. So in thinking of that and just reflecting on just meaningful work, I mean, that's our tagline. That's what we encourage people to do, but we really live it out here on this team. We do things for a bigger purpose. And to me, meaningful work is doing things for a bigger purpose. Yes, we have livelihood, and yes, our jobs help with that, but talking to clients and seeing them change the trajectory of their leadership, listening to episodes where people are really sharing vulnerable moments, that is very meaningful. That's what gets me excited to log in and just keep going every day. So that definitely is meaningful work to me. When I think about the things I'm grateful for, my gosh, in my personal life, I got married at the end of last year. My husband and I were both in our 40s, getting remarried with children. And it's by far been the best just representation of love and trust and faith that both of us have been on. So personally, nothing has fueled me more than just a great relationship and being in a great relationship. And just grateful for being on a team that we can do stuff like this. We can all get together and laugh and talk about where we've been and what we're doing. And we're, all remote, but we all are connected, and that's on purpose. So definitely grateful for this work team as well. And spinning off to think about the future, my gosh, we have so many things going on in 2023 that it's really mind blowing. This team is small but mighty. We've got a lot of good stuff cooking. But I would say one of the things I am excited about mostly is just the growth that we've experienced, bringing on just leaders that have just a voice and a following and an influence. And we want to amplify that. We want them to join our network and maximize what they're already doing. And that is very exciting. And it's also just great for our followers, our audience. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up in the pipe. And then personally, I'm excited about transitioning into a new role. I've always been for, over 20 years, just in some type of a support role. And with the guidance and leadership of Nikki and this team, I've transitioned into a role where I'm going to be leading the process of all of the shows, leading clients, and leading potentially a new team member or an individual. So very exciting stuff, just covered in gratitude as I share this. But it all would not be possible without the remaining team members. And so I'd love to introduce them to you today, just to get a little bit of an idea of what they're feeling and how they are experiencing life right now. So Ashley Young is somebody that I've known back in the Rainmakers time as well. So this is her third stint, maybe working with Nikki as well. She's our head of digital creation. So when you see graphics go out, when you see our website, when you see social posts and things, Ashley is 100% behind that, either creating it or leading that process. She's phenomenal. And I'd love to hand it over to her to introduce herself and just talk about what meaningful work means to her. Ashley?
Hey guys, for me, meaningful work just means that I'm a part of something bigger than myself and something that's making a difference in the world and in the lives of others. Like Stephanie said, I'm a big part of the content that goes out for PeopleForward Network, and the content that we create here is not empty. It's not devoid of meaning. We don't put things out into the world just to post them, just to put something out, but we put it out in hopes that it will touch a life, in hopes that it will spark encouragement or be that catalyst to help move people towards our end goal, which is helping people to experience more meaningful work and live that more meaning-filled life that we talk about all the time.
I love that. Very well put. What would you say? I know there's a lot here, but what would you say that you're grateful for right now, personally and professionally?
I'm definitely grateful for just all of the opportunity that PFN has provided, both professionally and personally, to be employed by an organization that emphasizes personal growth and well-being, and just life outside of work in general is such a blessing, because so many people in this world don't have that, and we're trying to change that. I'm so grateful for that, and I've been able to hit two pretty big personal goals this year because of PFN. We were able to move into our new apartment, and becoming a part of the team was a big part of enabling my husband and I to do that. And my other big goal for the year was just more of a fun one. I love to run, and I was able to break my own personal record for my half marathon time. So that was pretty important to me.
Very cool. What would you think, just reflecting back on, everything you just mentioned, which is a lot, and then taking a peek into the future? What gets you excited about next year?
I'm just so excited to see where we go in 2023. I've only been a part of the team for nine months now, since April of this year, but it feels like so much longer. I've seen so much growth and so much movement forward within the organization and growth within our team. And I never dreamed that I would be able to work in such a fun and rewarding job with so many incredible people who genuinely care about the work that they do and the people that they work with. And like I said, it hasn't even been a full year yet, but I just know it's going to be even better and better next year.
Ashley, thank you for all of that. So when I think back to when PFN was just starting, and it was Nikki and we got ourselves worked up to a place where we were ready for somebody else. And Nikki just asked me the question, who do you know? And my gut reaction was to somebody that I had worked with before in a previous job. We connected more on a personal level, just with where we were in life. and our family situation. And sometimes you just know that those are all the things you need to know. I mean, I knew she could come in and just rock it, and she already has. Chelsea Sanger is our director of relationship development and has just come in with guns ablazing. So I'm so excited to turn it over to Chelsea. Chelsea, what does meaningful work mean to you at this point of your life?
Thanks, Steph. Meaningful work to me is rooted in connection. It always has been. But at PFN, it's being surrounded by like minded leaders on a shared mission. There's something really powerful in locking arms with other great humans, and we get to do that every day.
So, thinking back to this year and looking at the high points and some of the things that really propelled you, what are you truly grateful for, both in your personal life and maybe some team accomplishments too?
I am grateful for the value that my life holds. From life giving relationships to a job that inspires me and fulfills me, it all comes back to life is just so good right now.
Can't be in a better frame of mind than that. And going off on that momentum, thinking about what the future holds, what gets you excited about 2023?
I think for the first time in my life, I'm excited about the unknowns. I continue to be blown away by God's faithfulness, and this year captured that in a lot of ways. And I'm excited to see what's next.
It's awesome. So, Chelsea's been with us for over a year now, and we've just been rocking right along. And I would say, gosh, less than 3 months ago, Nikki and I found ourselves in that situation where we were talking about the team and our capabilities. And I transitioned into a new role, which meant that somebody had to come in and do a lot of the things that I was doing, which is a lot. This team is fast moving, fast paced, a lot of great things going. And we really needed to bring on somebody great that could handle a lot, who could help synthesize information, who could be a great right hand to Nikki, who could help us just carry out all of these projects that we want to do. And without a doubt, Nikki was like, I have somebody, I know somebody. It was almost like sight unseen. She spoke to her and now she's on our team and we absolutely love her. Q Rayleigh is our team administrator and executive assistant to Nikki and does not miss a beat. I mean, has come on here just ready to roll, keeps us moving, keeps partners in line. We love her. She's got a great personality and she can cook her butt off. So Q, in thinking about this year and joining our team, what does meaningful work mean to you?
Wow, Stephanie, you've definitely put the biggest smile on my face. But meaningful work to me exists so we can help create special moments and interactions between people. It gives us a sense of fulfillment to be able to do something special outside of the norm, right? Our work is very meaningful to me because we care so much about our partners, their success, and the goals we all set out to achieve together. This is so important to not only our company, but also to me personally. I reached out to Nikki because of a meaningful post, and ever since, I truly know what it means to live a meaningful life and to do meaningful work. If I can contribute to this world somehow through my work, it just fills my cup up abundantly.
I love that. What very well put. So in thinking about, gosh, this year and what a crazy year it's been, personally and professionally, Q, what would you say that you're the most grateful for?
Being a part of a company that cares and pushes me, it just makes people or myself grow leaps and bounds, right? So I'm so grateful for my new career with PFN, but also personally, my new teenage son and I have been hitting the gym together like regularly. And I'm so grateful for the time I get to spend with him in sharing his love and interest in weightlifting. I'm beyond grateful that he doesn't think it's not cool to work out with his mama. Like most kids are a little resistant, but my son, he pushes me and he can be the toughest trainer, but I need that. I need somebody to push me like that. I'm so grateful for that. And for my boss for like making me do things that are not super comfortable, but somehow she's faith in me and I get it done.
What gets you excited about thinking about 2023 and where you're headed and where we're headed?
Ooh, what I'm most excited about for 2023 is to see what we're all capable of, what I'm capable of in work, and then also my fitness goals. So it's going to be a wild ride and I'm buckled in and so ready.
Just listening to all of this, I have two words that come to mind: community and relationships. Every person on here has known each other in some way for a short amount of time or for a very long time. And here we are working together. It's just really cool. It's just the power of just being in touch with great people and allowing yourself to understand capacity and use those relationships to really just enrich in your lives. Which brings us to our newest team member, Cheryl Williams. She's the head of meaningful marketing. And I know quite some time ago, Nikki and Cheryl worked in some capacity together and they've just stayed in touch. And we recently just had a breakthrough that we want to take our marketing initiatives to the next level. And who would we know? And again, we pour into our community. We think about the people who are already in our lives. And thankfully, all arrows pointed to Cheryl. So Cheryl, we are so glad you're here, and I would love for you to share the notion of what meaningful work means to you at this point in your life.
Thank you for teeing me up with that awesome introduction, Stephanie. If I think of meaningful work either as a marketer or as a leader or communicator or just a person in general, I would say it starts with having a product or services that you really are passionate about and that you believe in. It's so much easier to market something that is awesome. And I believe that that's what People Forward Network is. And the things that we do and that we believe in and that we promote align with what I need as a marketer to feel successful. Meaningful work also means to me that I'm surrounded by people who have infectious energy that I can feed off of and that fuel me. Because, you don't come to work every day always feeling 100%. But if you're surrounded by people who lift you up, it makes everyone be so much more productive and creative and innovative. And it also means being led by a brilliant leader who everyone is so eager to get behind and to help their mission come to life. And that's what Nikki is.
Thinking about, gosh, just what you're grateful for in your life right now, just where you're sitting today, would you just share with our listeners what are some of the things personally and professionally that you're most grateful for?
Personally, I'm always most grateful for the most basic thing, which is having an amazing family, an amazing husband, and that they're all healthy and that I'm healthy. I think everything boils down to that.
Great, short and sweet. Love that. Then we have just a couple more weeks here of 2022. We're going to be jumping into 2023. What gets you excited about a new year and new possibilities?
So this year has been a rocky one for me. Having been part of the wave of tech layoffs, I could say, first of all, I'm excited to plant my roots at PFN. And I should have mentioned this in your last question, but I'm grateful for having stayed connected with Nikki so that this opportunity could come to fruition. The timing couldn't have been better. So I'm really excited to be part of the People Forward Network and the People Forward Network team and to really plant my roots and grow and be part of this amazing team. And thinking back to one of my most favorite bosses that I ever had, she got me a Yeti and engraved on it the straw that stirs the drink. And that's a Seinfeld and a sports reference, but that's what she compared me to. And that's what I'm really excited to be as part of this team is the straw that stirs the drink and really helping propel the marketing and the strategy and the growth and everything that this amazing team's already been doing.
Man, well, there you've had it. Just a great recap from a team that is on fire for what we're currently doing and on fire for what's to come. So I'm going to pass it back over to Nikki. Maybe you've got some closing thoughts.
Well, dang, I'm on quite the team. Thank you so much to our show manager, Stephanie Hicks, for organizing this episode today. It was really special. I can't wait to listen to it over and over again. I appreciate each and every one of our team members, and I am mind blown at what this year has been like together. It's just absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to see what next year and the next year and the next year hold. I did want to mention I'm so grateful for, first of all, my husband, David Gregory, who stepped in this year and last year. He's been along the whole ride of PFN to really advise and step in wherever is needed outside of his very busy role being a father of 4 and being a top producer in his company and, working on his muscles all the time at the gym and being a good human. And oh goodness, the list goes on. But he has stepped in to help us wherever, whenever he has a moment. And I'm just so grateful. And it is so rewarding to get to work with my husband in this business. And then last but certainly not least is Tanya Dittman. I joke, but I'm pretty sure it's true that she's referred half of our guests that we've ever had on this show. She's an amazing connector. She's a heart on legs. Goodness, we have had such a year getting to bond with her on our team, the best ambassador that PeopleForward Network could ever wish for. I am wishing all of you an amazing holiday season. I hope that you get to slow down, embrace the moment, take Jimmy V's advice and cry, laugh, and learn, and get rejuvenated and refreshed to come back to an amazing 2023. Make great memories with those you love. We just left the world a little bit better. Now, go do something with it.